Hello summoners, welcome back to another damage comparison video. This one is going to be between Guillotine 2099 and Hulkbuster. Now before we start, question of the day: if these two champions pop out of a tech nexus and let's say the third champion is no good, who would you pick between these two? Personally, I have a 6-star Hulkbuster, I have a rank 5 5-star one, and I don't use him that much. Whenever I use him, I say this guy is super underrated, he's very fun to use, the damage is insane, and all of that stuff. Even the utility is pretty good, you know, the power control on this character is absolutely insane. And I wouldn't say he's he's like magic or something, but it's really good. And he has armor ups, he has armor breaks, there is some damage over time as well, so there's a lot this champion can do for sure. And the same can be said for Guillotine 2099. Like, the power control is not as good on this SP1, but it's there. Like, if your goal is not to completely power lock the opponent, and if your goal is just that they never reach SP3, then it can be useful. And the damage output obviously after the 100 combos is so good. Like, it picks the way it scales, like it increases by a lot. Every combo you can see it increasing a ton. And like right now we are 73 hits and we obviously start with 100. And Guillotine 2099 is kind of like, I don't compare her with champions like Aegon and Strife because their build up is arguably takes way more time. With her you just need one fight, you need to finish her with SP3, but the problem is you need to finish every single fight after that with SP3 or you kind of lose it all. So which is not something that I enjoy personally. Like, Marvel Contest of Champions is a game that I play like while watching YouTube videos, while watching television, while traveling, like on a bus maybe. Whenever I play, I never really have 100% concentration on the game, so it is very likely that I forget that I have to finish the fight with SP3, or I may remember at the end, but like I would have thrown SP2 just before that. And by the time I'll get to the SP3, because towards the end of the fight, especially longer fights, you're hitting so incredibly hard, you might kill the opponent before you reach the SP3. So, but again, I don't have Guillotine 2099. Shout out to Kabam for sending her over last month. So that's why maybe I'm just not used to it yet. And if you are a very like pro Guillotine 2099 player, you might not have to pay attention, but I guess sometimes it must happen sometimes. But with Hulkbuster, I think he's really easy to play once you know what to do. Hitting the special into block is obviously not a natural thing. Like, if you have been playing the game for a while, this is something you do not want to do, but here you do. But once you start playing him, he is pretty simple, you know, heavy spam champion. But as you can see, Hulkbuster did end up winning that by a pretty decent margin actually. But that's gonna do it for this one. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Subscribe, stay safe, like, share. Bye.